see a squad from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the move from inside his 5. The Bobcats offense will get first crack at it here. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You have got to try and cover these linebackers up.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Darius is when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line on the edge is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So Alabama's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Gives it on the option. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown time! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now the play fake. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point in the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's 2 thought processes. When I'm a defense and I got them backed up, is I am stopping the run, not allowing him to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting a sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up, close to their own end zone.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to pass, it's Russell. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Make up a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Motion from the wideout. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Finds a man on the right. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Russell. Working the middle, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Crosses the 40. Oh, he's got some space. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So
look at that toughness, just running through everybody. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Now improvising. Got it behind the line. It's Hill. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Making side adjustments here. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown! Bama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And he made the extra point without problem. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Miller.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Now on the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a first quarter they've already put together, up 21-3 and going for more. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. At the 45 on his way. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Catch in the middle, it's Hale. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Caught in the backfield, it's Pringle. Oh, what a caught! Touchdown, Alabama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner will be dragged down. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wade. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Under fire. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. The Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to return it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up the 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Green. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Looking to throw. He's got it on the move. Touchdown time! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The Ohio U offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to pass, it's Marshall. They're working that left side. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The give to the back. Sweet cut there.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go up top on second and short. Makes the grab down the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain.
Well, they're throwing this one to the running back out on the perimeter of the field. They didn't get it to him quick enough, though, so he literally had to tap dance there on the sidelines, make sure he was in bounds when he caught it, and just pick up a few yards.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes that Alabama offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Dropping back, it's Russell. On the run, still looking. Got room to work. Quarterback gets the first down. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run. Look out, he's got room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. To the air, it's Russell. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This offense will find different ways to get their backs involved. It's not just tailbacks, but how about the fullback there? He makes a catch just for a few yards to help keep this drive going.
And he just flat missed it. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and he tried to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw again. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Caught in the backfield. It's Hester. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They kick it away on 4th down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Russell. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Hill. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business 1st and goal.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
Here we go. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Snap in the shotgun. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you. But you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll try to do it himself. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Complete to the left. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on third down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What a beautiful day for the offense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They'll go to the ground. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. To throw, it's Marshall. He lofts one down the sideline. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. The Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes that Alabama offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. He'll do it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Makes the catch. It's Coleman.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You can flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On third down, he drops to throw. Pulls it in. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Trip to the house. They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did. And don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, he's so fast. You can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I got to make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He'll keep it himself. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Rushes on him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. The Bobcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. punted away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
They'll move the tight end. Looking for room. It's Pringle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown time! He has spent a lot of time in that end zone today. An absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. And the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Ohio takes over the Bobcat offense, heads to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Quick completion on the out route. Turning it on. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Past the 30. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Bobcats just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas. They need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Bobcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Trying to find the end zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal touchdown.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone? And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll go to the toss. Creates a little room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's taking the shot. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Bobcats will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes that Alabama offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pringle. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
They'll send the back in motion. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He's been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Bring in the heat. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, these plays are just so demoralizing for defenses. You did a good job. You got him in a 3rd and predictable situation. What does he do? Finds a way out of it, makes a big play. Now he's set up 1st and goal. Forget that play. Now let's hold him to a field goal.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Quarterback on the keeper.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Got the first down and more. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Higgins. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
From the gun, running back gets the gift. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Grant. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really...
He's going to let it go. Snags it inside the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. offense we've seen in big moments in this game. They have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. He wants a big play here late. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0. Ball game is over. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge